70-year-old man's dreams shattered.
He didn't keep his word on anything.
Tonight, new allegations, new lawsuits against a South Florida pastor we exposed last month.
Talk to us, Pastor.
You need to be aware that this man is a cheater. He's all out for himself.
Part 2 of a Local 10 News investigation revealing more unholy acts.
An elderly man, retired, claims a South Florida pastor has taken him for more than $500,000 and tricked him into signing over his dream house.
Edward Fuller is the name. He's one of several people who contacted Local 10 News after our first investigation into the business practices of Miami-Garden's pastor Eric Readon.
As we first reported last month, alleged victims claim they loaned Redden money, handed over cash to rent homes, and gave him a deposit to buy his car.
All claimed they got nothing. Tonight, Local 10 investigator Jeff Weinseer is back on this case, still trying to get answers.
These are the electrical plans here. These are the permits. That's a picture of the back side of the house.
70-year-old Edward Fuller has the plans, the permits, the pictures.
I can walk through this house blindfolded and tell you exactly where everything is.
But he doesn't have his dream house. Fuller claims he was blindsided by this man, Pastor Eric Readon.
He sold my house.
He sold it.
He sold the house.
For how much?
February 13th. He sold the house for $380,000.
And how much did you get out of that?
I got not one red cent.
Fuller bought this piece of property 30 years ago and had a plan. After a 35-year career at the U.S. Post Office, his retirement project was to build his dream house for his family.
It was like my gift for my daughters once I was going on. It's just that simple.
After retirement, the walls, the roof went up. Fuller admits he ran out of money to finish. And that is when he claims one day Pastor Eric Readon just pulled up.
Never met him before?
Never met him before, never seen him before. And somehow he got the information that I was having a problem getting it completed.
Fuller claims Redden took him to a hard money lender for a loan.
I trusted him. I trusted him at that point.
Take a look at records. Project Youth Outreach Unlimited, a not-for-profit corporation, was made the contractor on a $125,000 construction loan. Pastor Eric Readon is the president of that not-for-profit. Oh, and there was a catch to get the loan.
In order to get the loan,
that's right,
you had to sign 50% of your property over to him.
That's correct.
Since conventional lenders had turned Fuller down, he agreed, and work on the house did begin. But the money ran out. The house was still not finished. Fuller claims in order to get more funds using his good credit, the pastor persuaded him to sign over the other 50% of the house so Fuller's credit would be free and clear, and that meant Project Youth Unlimited and Eric Readon now owned the entire house.
I promise you, man, you're going to get your house back. This is what he told me. You're going to get your house back.
But it never happened. In fact, Fuller says he only learned Redden sold the house out from under him for $380,000 when he did a property record search.
I said, Eric, you sold my house. He said, I got my own personal money tied up in this house. And he said, I can't lose my money.
Hey, talk to us, Pastor.
Eric Readon has canceled plans to talk to us on camera more than once, and as we reported first last month, others have told Local 10 News they gave Redden cash deposits to rent homes, buy cars. They've loaned him cash, and when things fell through and they demanded refunds, Redden calls up and says,
"You think you can come after me? You don't know who you're dealing with." He's gonna come after me and my job.
He say he can't be touched.
The legal troubles against this pastor are mounting. According to these court records, Black Rain Capital has filed suit against Pastor Redden and his church for fraud, negligence, and civil theft. Black Rain says they fronted Redden money to buy houses and trusted him because he was, quote, a man of God. An attorney for Black Rain says Redden never repaid or split proceeds from the sale of properties. Court records also show Pastor Redden was ordered to take an anger management class after sending harassing emails, including a picture of a dead body to an attorney in a custody issue case involving his son. All this coming from a pastor, a man who constantly shows up at tragic events around South Florida to preach to others, to do the right thing.
If somebody saw something, they need to say something, and they need to be brought to justice.
You need to be aware that this man is a cheater. He's all out for himself.
Pastor Redden has called the Local 10 newsroom and my personal cell phone several times. In one of those conversations, he acted as though he was my best friend, said we should work together to, quote, fry bigger fish. We declined that opportunity, but we'd certainly like to sit down and interview him one-on-one about his business practices. That invitation still stands. In the newsroom, Jeff Weintz here, Local 10 News.
Jeff, thanks a lot. Ed Fuller says he did take his case to the Miami-Dade Police Department, but was told because he willfully signed papers and was not forced to, it was a civil matter. He has yet to find an attorney to take his case. Now, we do want to point out here that some people who were featured in our first story did get refunds as we started asking questions.